Sorry, off camera, edit. Hi, I'm Zulaiqah. I'm major in philosophy. I graduated in 2018. Alright. What is your daily scope? I work as a journalist for the Malay Daily, Berita Harian, which falls under Singapore Press Holdings. My daily job scope, I write news, I report news. So basically what you read on the news is what I do. And on top of that, I also produce an online show for the paper, which is called the BM Show, and also appear in some of the other videos for their digital content. Yeah. So looking back at your whole career, name the most important lesson which you have learned in your humanities class that has benefited you greatly. I would say the admission interview that I went for to apply for philosophy. I think at that point I was very conflicted between like doing business in another university and then doing philosophy. The professor that interviewed me, I asked him like which one should I choose, and he told me like you have these 4 years to study philosophy, but you have the rest of your life to study business. So I think that kind of dawned upon me, and then like to want to know more about what philosophy is, and then I took that leap of faith and just go for it lah. So I never regretted the choice to do philosophy. I think with the current world that we are living in, where everything is so fluid, everything is changing all the time, I think it's not about the tangible skills that you get, but also the intangible skills like writing and thinking, which I think is very basic, but if you get to do it well, you can go anywhere. And I think with this very like fast-paced world that we live in, I think it's very important lah. Yeah. What is the proudest achievement which you have accomplished in your current organisation? I guess for me, will be covering SEA Games in 2019. So I was sent to Philippines for 17 days to do my coverage there. I say it as my proudest achievement because that was actually my first overseas assignment, like after a year working. We have to produce like 3-4 stories every day. I end up writing on Grab rides, or like on the floor of sporting venues, or even like as I'm walking to the press conference, I was writing my story to break it as fast as possible, like right after the match. So it was quite an experience for me because like in Singapore, like you are so used to like being desk bound, just writing your news for like 3 hours and then send it out and then everything's done. But like when you are overseas, there's so many other constraints. That was very challenging for me, especially like for a very young reporter. I think throughout that 17 days, I think I wrote like about 50 stories, both for print and online. I think at the end of the day, it was very rewarding because you get to capture these like moments of Singaporean athletes, abroad. They make the country proud, and you get to capture those moments, report it and share it with others. But at the same time, I feel like it tests you as a journalist, like especially from someone who doesn't have a communication background. So like I think like that experience kind of built you as a journalist and say, hey, like like I can do it.